Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the latest edition of the We Can't Wrestle podcast. It is episode number 272. I am Nate Maxson, your host, of course, joined by, he's an excitable boy, my brother.
Yeah. Hello.
I'm rejoicing. I am rejoicing this week because two of my favorites, Warren Zevon and the White Stripes, got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this week.
Yeah. I was excited about it too, but I was also like, how is he not already in it?
Yeah, exactly. That's what. What the fuck?
Why did it take so long? Like, no offense to anything, but like, I don't know. I saw like the commercial, and they showed like highlights of people getting into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, and it's like that person got in before Warren Zevon. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh, I've thought that I've thought that he wasn't in was a miscarriage of justice for like a decade now. Yeah. So when it
Sting's in there twice,
right?
And he sucks.
What's your favorite Warren Zevon song?
Oh, there's so many of them.
My favorite hit, is Lawyers, Guns, and Money. That's my favorite hit.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about some of the deeper cuts and stuff, but of like the big ones, Lawyers, Guns, and Money, they're all great, but I think that's my favorite of the big, the mainstream.
Yeah, there's Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead. It's a great song.
Mm-hmm. And Excitable Boy is a fantastic song.
Excitable Boy. And then there's like later songs like when they're just so good. Like The Shit's Fucked Up. Like I love that movie. I love that song. I went to the doctor and the doctor said, "Your shit's fucked up." He said, "My shit's fucked up." It's like he's talking about getting cancer, you know?
Yeah. And he also has one of the greatest scenes in the Larry Sanders Show too.
Yeah.
He does not want to play Werewolves of London. Then Larry's just like, you're singing Werewolves of London, that fucking look that Warren Zevon gives him.
Yeah.
God, it's such a classic fucking, I love it. Like, I'd be the same way. Like, I do not want to do that fucking song.
And like Keep Me in Your Heart's a great song. There's just, and all the shit from the 70s and 80s. Like, yeah, I mean, it's like, there isn't a song that I don't like.
Right.
And it's awesome.
And like I said,
Cyndi Lauper went in too, which I was like, why wasn't she already in?
Right, I like Cyndi Lauper a lot. This was a good year for me. Like I like Cyndi Lauper a lot.
And then I like Outkast. Like I think and that's the other thing that like upsets me sometimes is people like they'll be like, why is Jay-Z in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Why is this person? It's just the musical. It's just the music Hall of Fame.
Music evolves.
Yeah.
But yeah, and of course, like I said, another one of my favorites, White Stripes, went in.
Yeah.
Soundgarden went in, which I'm a man of, like, I'm not a humongous fan of sound. Like, I love Chris Cornell. I actually like Audio Slave more than I like Soundgarden, but I'm glad they went in.
I don't. There's some bands like that from that era that they all sound the same to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I couldn't tell you like I don't know, was Black Hole Sun a Soundgarden song?
Yes.
Like that's like the Soundgarden song that I know. You know, like sometimes when it's on, it's like, is that STP or is that Soundgarden? Or is that, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then like there'd be times when like guys in the 90s would be in like 3 different bands. Yeah. And he's the same lead. It's like, I don't know what any of this shit is.
Well, we are going to be going to November the 10th, 1993 this week as we continue our Clash of the Champions series for Clash 25. And I fucking lost my page. There we go. I was looking at my notes from Clash 24. Do you have a way back? Do you have the waybacks for us this week?
I do. Yes. Okay. The songs shouldn't take that long, and the movies shouldn't take that long, because the song, I think, if I remember right, was on the list. Yeah, it bumped up. It's actually pretty impressive, because he went from August to November, and he was number 2 in August, and he's number 1 in November, and it's I'll Do Anything for Love by Meatloaf. I don't like him, but that's a good run.
Yeah.
You know?
That song was a big fucking deal when it came out.
I know it was.
And the video was a big deal.
Yeah. Like, it's the... How do I want to say it? Like, let me look something up real quick. But yeah, I mean, that song was a big deal. Hold on. Sorry.
It's all right.
Let's see what year that song came out. 1999. Okay. That song came out in 1993.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a totally different song, but it's the musical equivalent in 1999 of Smooth by Carlos Santana and that guy from
Rob Thomas.
Matchbox 20 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like,
Rob
oh
Thomas,
my God, I am tired of this song. Like, it was.
Yeah, you're right.
It was okay. Like I said, I don't like Meatloaf, but I understand his talent and everything, you know. But it's like, my God, stop playing it. And the same way with Carlos Santana and the Matchbox 20 guy. It's like, okay, we get it. You're Smooth. The song needs to stop.
Yeah, like, give me a break and just forget about it.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Just forget about
it.
Now I can listen to it.
They play it at work.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah. God damn, they play Smooth every day at work. There's like a 2-hour block at work where music will be all right, and it's from like 9 to like 11.
Mm-hmm.
Like they play some good shit. Like the other day they played Rock and Roll High School by the Ramones, and I know it's kind of a catchy Ramones song or whatever, but I'm like, I've never heard the Ramones on Walmart radio before. So it's like, I don't know who this guy is that runs like this 2-hour block of Walmart radio, but he does a good job. Like 9 to 11 is like the Walmart radio equivalent of the guy that whoever runs the WWE Vault or whatever on YouTube. Like, good job, man.
You're the coolest motherfucker in the company.
Yeah, you're the coolest guy. And then the number 2 song is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey.
Anybody that works retail has long been since traumatized by that song.
Yes. You're like, okay.
And then last year, when obviously last year I was still working at Big Lots because Big Lots was still open at this time last year. Last year, I swear to fucking God, they had 9 other people doing that song in the playlist too. Like, it was her version, and then there were like 9 other versions.
The problem is too, like, there's that song, okay, now other people are doing it. But before All I Want for Christmas Is You, like, there's only like 10 Christmas songs,
right?
that aren't like specialty ones that somebody wrote, like Taylor Swift or something, you know. Mm-hmm. So there's 57,000 versions of White Christmas, which is racist. People got worried about Baby It's Cold Outside. It's like, what about White Christmas? He's dreaming of a white Christmas. I'm dreaming of a multicultural and diverse Christmas, sir. But anyway, the movies are going to be quick too, because I've never seen one of them, and I know I saw it when we were kids, but I don't remember anything about it except I think it was the movie that I'll ask you when I say it, but the number 2 movie is The Piano.
I have never seen that movie in my life.
I have not either. And hold on. I thought I had it already up, but I did not. Might have went away.
Yeah, The Piano is one of those movies that, like, so this is.
And I thought,
yeah, I was just gonna say it's one of those movies. Like, I've never seen The Notebook.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's just, again, I'm not shitting on it. It's just not something that I'm interested in.
I'm shitting on it. These are those movies that shouldn't exist.
For the kind of people that like that, like Cornette says, for the kind of people that like that thing, that's the kind of thing they like.
I know, but nothing happens in those movies. The AI synopsis of this movie is: a mute woman sent to New Zealand for an arranged marriage communicates through her piano playing and develops a complex relationship with a local man. It's like, what? I'm not gonna watch that. Yeah, me fucking wrong, son. That is not happening.
You got me fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not watching that. Like, nothing even happens in the synopsis. You know, like AI usually at least makes it entertaining. That is boring. And then the number 1 movie is The Three Musketeers. And I think that was that song that Rod Stewart and isn't that?
Yes.
Yes. Stewart.
Like Bryan Adams, Rod Stewart, and Sting. Ass.
Yeah.
Adams, Stewart, and Sting.
That song was garbage too.
And it also was on the charts forever.
Yeah. I even forget. Yeah. One for all and all for one or whatever. It's like, ugh. Song sucked. And he was a guy that, like, there's a couple performers, like musicians that, like, when I was a kid, I thought I liked, and I think it's because our mom liked them. So I heard it, and then the older I got, I'm like, you kind of suck. Like, I don't like your music.
You talking about Rod Stewart?
No, definitely not Rod Stewart.
Oh.
Rod Stewart's awesome. And I already told you my opinion of Sting.
Yeah.
But one of them is Bryan Adams. Like, you suck.
See, I like Bryan Adams.
Yeah. And then, like, another one that people are like, oh, this guy was great. Like, yeah, he was kind of whatever. Is John Cougar Mellencamp.
John Mellencamp. It's John Mellencamp. He's one of those guys that he has a few songs that I like, but I would never call myself a fan of John. Like, that's how I am, honestly. And people might be like, oh my God. But that's kind of how I am with Bruce Springsteen. Like, Bruce Springsteen's fine, but I'm not gonna. Bruce Springsteen is not in my heavy rotation. I am not like, I don't know. There's a few Bruce Springsteen songs I dig or whatever, but I'm just not a big Springsteen guy. I love me some Billy Joel.
Yeah, I'd flip flop those two for me.
You like Springsteen and not Billy Joel?
I'd like Billy Joel, but I'm just saying, like, he's not somebody that I'm like, okay. You know, he's my jam sandwich. Like, I don't care about an Italian supermarket or wherever he's at.
I fucking love Billy.
Isn't that where he's at? Is like an Italian supermarket? I don't fucking know. But I don't, yeah, whatever. But no, Bruce is more my style. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah. Just Mellencamp. Like, the older I got, I'm like, I don't like this guy. I don't like your music, John Cougar Mellencamp. The fuck out of here.
You're making me uncomfortable sucking on those chili dogs.
Sucking on that chili dog. Thought I saw a meme once where it was like John Cougar Mellencamp sucking on chili dogs, and like everybody like
you saw that meme because I posted it.
Oh yeah. Did you ever see that? There's like this clown guy, I forget what his name is, like, but he dresses like a clown and he does like dirty humor and stuff. He's like it's not that yucko guy that used to go out on like the beach and make fun of people and shit. He's like a stand-up comedian. You know? And he did that, like, with that Life Goes On song or whatever.
Yeah.
He did that. Diane. Jack and Diane. He did that, and all it is sucking on a chili dog. It's like sucking on a chili dog, sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog. Chili dog. You ever seen that?
No.
And then, he's like, a rock on. It's like, sucking on a chili dog. A chili dog.
I'm gonna find it. It's
I'm gonna send it to you. It's fucking amazing. Like, I was like, how did nobody ever think of that? And why is this guy not bigger than what he is because of this? Chili dog.
Oh shit!
Okay, I'll send it to you. I'll find it quick because it's in my YouTube rotation. So.
Oh shit! All right, well, let's get in here. November 10th, 1993, St. Petersburg, Florida, at the Bayfront Center, is Clash of the Champions 23.
Yeah.
We are headed towards Battle Bowl.
Yes.
And like I've said before, I know this is they talk about it later in the show, but whatever. It's fucking 30 years ago. No spoilers or whatever. And I've talked about it on the show before. I enjoy the Battle Bowl concept, and I enjoy it when they do it like it's as its own pay-per-view like this. My thing was always Battle Bowl shouldn't be Starrcade. You know what I mean? Like Starrcade is like, if it's Starrcade is like WrestleMania, it shouldn't be Battle Bowl. But yeah. I do like it as a concept as its own pay-per-view.
I think also when WCW got bought out by Ted Turner or whatever, I think Starrcade kind of lost some of its luster because Dusty wasn't really involved in it for a little bit,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then I think they created Super Brawl to try to be their
WrestleMania
because they gave Super Brawl like numbers, Yeah. And then Bischoff got it, and Bischoff made it Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, so I was gonna say Bischoff has always said his big event of the year, like his big blow off or whatever for the year, was Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, so I think that's what happened with it, but it is a cool concept, and I think they move it to another pay-per-view. I can't remember what they move it to.
But at one point later on, right, it's during the Monday Night Wars. I think it's on a Spring Stampede, maybe,
or Slamboree. I can't remember
something, because it happens like almost maybe like 1 or 2 months before Hogan turns. So it's it's in the springtime.
Yeah,
because you can tell when you're watching those Nitros. It's like they're getting to that point where if Hogan wouldn't have turned, that Monday Night War would not have been as long as it was, because those like I know we're not talking about that, but those like springtime 96 Nitros, it's like Nitro starts already starting to get a little stale.
Yeah,
and yeah,
because he did the same fucking storyline every week.
Yeah. This event. Another thing to note going into this event is Sid Vicious and Arn Anderson had the scissor thing. That sounded dirty. They had the incident with the scissors, the stabbing each other and such around this time, because Sid was actually supposed to be the one to head into Starrcade to face Vader for the title. Ric Flair winds up being the challenger, which results in one of the great WCW matches of all time, which is awesome. But that just to note that when they talk about Sid being, not with Robert Parker or whatever and stuff and not being on this show, it's because of the incident with Arn Anderson. That just recently happened.
Yes, so they don't know if he's going to be gone or not. So, obviously.
It all worked out in the end. On the beginning, they show the thing with the hype guy talking about, the matches coming up on Starrcade, and I actually had to rewind it.
What is that?
I was like, did that guy just call Steven Regal the asinine Steven Regal? And then I rewound it, and he did. He was like, the asinine Steven Regal. I was like, wow, that's like the fucking announcer guys throwing shade at Steven Regal. Everybody hates this guy, even the announcer.
Yeah. They should have had Regal be like, in his promo, be like, excuse me?
Excuse me, sunny boy. Excuse me, sunshine. But yeah, I was like, I had to rewind it because I was like, maybe he said the divine Lord Steven Regal or something, So I rewound it. Nope, he sure as shit called him asinine. And
he said it in his announcer voice.
The asinine.
They put some stank on it.
So I thought that was fun to start the show. And then we come on the air, and here's Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yes. Not his actual WCW debut, but this is his first, big event debut that I know of. Well, I don't know. He might have been on a pay-per-view.
I think
this is definitely his Clash debut.
If I remember correctly, I think he might... I don't know if he was at Halloween Havoc or not. Because I seem to remember, I don't know, I seem to remember, I know this is in the weeds, but I seem to remember his first night, him being down at ringside with Tony and Jesse at some point.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was, it wasn't a Saturday night. It had to be a pay-per-view. It had to be maybe Fall Brawl or Halloween Havoc or something. But this is definitely his first Clash of the Champions.
Yes. And much like the beginning of 1993 and going into WrestleMania, and I know we're not talking about WWF, but I'm just putting this in perspective. But much like that was kind of like almost a transitional time for the WWF. This end of 1993 is like a really transitional change for WCW.
Yeah.
Like, Jesse's not long for the world. Mean Gene's coming in. Gary Michael Capetta's out, for the most part. Just different things like that. And you're going to see some of the different wrestlers leaving. And yeah.
Jesse's going to leave. Rick Rude's going to be gone soon.
Yeah, Rude leaves a little bit after, I think that's Spring Stampede. I try to tell people all the time is that's the climax for WCW before Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, there's two WCWs.
Yeah. That's like the crowning achievement of that era of the Spring Stampede is the WCW equivalent of, and I'm not saying like it was bad after it, but that's like the WWF equivalent of the Royal Rumble 1992 match.
Yeah, the culmination of the past. Yeah, the culmination of the past 7-8 years.
Yeah,
heading into a new era.
And that's what we're getting into with this. And I know we're getting ahead of ourselves, but it'll be there. Like you said, Gene's hyping that 900 number because that's half his contract. And excuse me, Tony and Jesse check in on commentary, and then we roll into our first match, which sucked.
It's Ravishing Rick Rude and Road Warrior Hawk it's one of those redundant titles for a championship. It's for the International World title.
Yeah.
They mean the same thing. International means all of the nations, which would be the world. So you don't need to call it the International World Championship.
This is the World Television TV Championship.
That's just like when people, and I think Hogan would be one of the people that actually did it. It bothers me. I think Brett did too. Maybe it's because they were from the WWF. Okay, you say the WWF, you say the World Wrestling Federation. It makes sense. I don't like it when people would say the WCW. Because you're saying the World Championship Wrestling, and that sounds stupid. You should just say WCW. It's not the WCW. Anyway, I know that's a stupid little thing that bothers me, but
Brett was Canadian, so that's why he talked.
Right? Yeah. In the Survivor Series.
In the Survivor Series at the SummerSlam.
Bill Goldberg.
He just wants to go by Goldberg.
Anyway, like I said, Bill Goldberg.
Bill Goldberg.
Bret Hart is the best sarcastic wrestler of all time. His sarcasm is fucking on point.
Yeah. He just wants to go by Goldberg. Oh, yeah? Okay. Anyway, Bill Goldberg. I'll put there's some tough competition out there, like Buddy Lee Parker.
El Dandy.
El Dandy deserves a chance.
Oh, well, he's got that half a shit-eating grin on. That guy, Brett was so fucking good.
That's the day he's decided he didn't give a fuck anymore. Like, he woke up and said, fuck it.
This place fucking sucks.
This place sucks. I'm going to shit on everybody, and I'm going to put over El Dandy because he's a nice guy. Sure, he looks like a little fat Lou Ferrigno, but I'm going to put him over.
But yeah, like Aaron said, this match wasn't very good.
No.
Rick Rude, Road Warrior Hawk for the International World Championship. Which was the name of the big gold belt at this point.
Yeah.
They could. Well, I think not at this point. The NWA, they're no longer. They can't use the NWA or anymore. I think the relationship is over with the NWA. So.
And at one point they did call it the big gold belt, which was stupid. But I've just never been like a huge it's funny because a lot of people are different. I'm actually a bigger fan of Animal than I am Hawk. You know?
Yeah.
As a worker and whatever. But when they did try to use them separately, it's like it doesn't work.
It didn't work. They were. I agree with you. Neither one of them was very great, very good as a singles competitor. They're obviously, they're good workers and everything, but they were better, much better tag. And even when they did wrestle singles, like he's still Road Warrior Hawk.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're right. And again, it's just their style. Their style didn't translate good to being a singles because their style translated to quick tags in and out because they're both devastating and then quick wins. That's one of the reasons. Like to me, whenever the Road Warriors would go too long, it would get kind of boring. Road Warriors matches needed to be kind of quick, kind of like a Bill Goldberg type situation. Road Warriors match shouldn't, unless it's like a special thing like the shit, like the scaffold matches with the Midnights or whatever, and even those weren't very long.
Yeah,
long
scaffold match. I don't know. I just like I said, it's kind of like it was like a package deal. Like it doesn't work. It's kind of like, and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but it's like when they broke Paul Bearer off from the Undertaker. It still didn't seem right until they took the pain off him and all that,
Right.
But
yeah, it didn't really work until he got Kane.
Yeah.
And then it did.
I didn't feel Paul Bearer being with Vader and
right
Mankind and all. It just did. I don't know. But the match itself, it's just a slugfest. They both ended up on the floor and they're beating on each other, and this causes a double count out. And I thought this was kind of a terrible way to open up the show.
It was. I wrote down the same thing. I put down there's some plunder, then they go to the outside for a double count out. Not much here to talk about.
So both talented guys, but it was, I don't know. I didn't like it.
Rolling into the next one.
Oh my God.
It is the Equalizer versus the Shockmaster. I wrote down Savage Steamboat. This ain't.
This is not good. Fucking
Red Rooster, Brooklyn Brawler. This ain't.
Yeah. Muck'em Singh versus anybody. This ain't like Equalizer might replace Muck'em Singh. You guys might rather watch a Bastion Booger match than fucking Equalizer. You guys sucked. No good.
Yeah. And you know what? God bless Uncle Fred. I like Uncle Fred, but
I'd rather watch the actual Equalizer show with Queen Latifah right now than this fucking shit. Did you see that? She's in an action show on CBS called The Equalizer.
I've seen like
Queen Latifah.
I've seen an ad for it on Pluto before.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like I saw her like jumping out of a garage, firing a shotgun or something. I'm like, what? Queen Latifah. So you got me straight tripping, boo chick. Like, what's happening?
What is happening?
But anyway, my only notes are. Go ahead.
Oh man. I know you said you don't watch. You haven't watched. You don't. Oh, God damn it! You don't watch Everyone's Live with John Mulaney.
Yeah.
Tracy Morgan.
Because I don't like it.
Oh yeah.
I never think to watch it.
There was a whole ass thing on there one time where Tracy Morgan was out in the audience, but he wasn't Tracy Morgan. He was King Latifah. And like talking about like him and Queen Latifah like run this country of Latifah, and it's so fucking funny. He's King Latifah. Oh shit. Anyway,
did you ever see where he was on when they did the 50th anniversary of SNL? It's a great line. Chris Rock, him and Eddie Murphy are up on stage.
Yeah.
And Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle, and they're like, you're looking at half of Netflix's income or whatever. And Tracy Morgan's like, not me. I made all my money on the road. And Eddie Murphy's like, you mean tour? And he's like, no, I got hit by a truck.
Oh, what a funny man. All right.
He's one of my favorites.
Yes,
I does not give a shit about anything. But I'm trying to make this stuff up, like talk about this stuff, because nothing really happens on this show.
They make a lot of clumsy jokes during this because they're still rolling with the Shockmaster as clumsy deal.
And Shockmaster has the worst music of 1993. It's a rambling, warbly version of Day Tripper. Because he trips.
Stupid.
Yeah.
And
my other note is nothing to report. That's all. Shockmaster has the worst music of 1993. Nothing else to report.
Yes, Shockmaster, but Shockmaster pins Equalizer with a big splash or a big whatever, a big something, and it's over. And like I said, I like Fred Ottman fine, but this is not. He needs to be. He's another guy better suited for a tag team. Like I really like the Natural Disasters,
Yeah.
And I mean, I liked when he was fine as like Hogan's buddy, teaming with Hogan as Tugboat and all that jazz. But yeah, here, not so good.
No good.
Well, then we have Mean Gene Okerlund with Colonel Robert Parker. And like I said, Colonel Robert Parker, he's talking about how he dropped Sid like a bad habit, but he got Steve Austin as his charge.
Yeah.
And Gene says he saw Sid. I think I saw Sid around the locker room area somewhere, and then fucking Parker boot scoots.
Yeah, he doesn't want nothing to do with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they didn't know what they were gonna. I could look it up and see, but I don't want to do that. But I don't know if they knew what they were gonna do with the situation.
Oh no, I actually went in and because I was interested because I couldn't remember the timing on the Arn Sid thing, so I actually went and I actually looked in the PW Torch thing, and that's how I know that was why right now he's being taken out of the match because they don't know if they know for sure that he won't be healthy enough to be back at the next TV taping.
Yeah, I'm just saying they don't know if they're going to fire his ass is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, and
they're not putting him, they're not shitting on him, but they're not putting him over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they're holding in their back pocket that this guy might come back, and then we'll just have him feud with Colonel Parker or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it never does. He never does.
No, yeah,
as a matter of fact, he leaves WCW. He does a little bit of USWA in '94, but mostly plays softball, and then he comes back to the WWF in '95. So
yeah, WWE was just waiting for that, or WWF at the time was just waiting for all that shit to cool over.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can't sign the guy right away. It's like he just tried to murder Arn Anderson. Let's give it a minute.
Yeah. Well, and at this time, Vince McMahon literally just got indicted.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't have an attempted murderer and
and our steroid guy, which he never did that. But yeah, it's like it's too much heat right now. And also, I mean, if you got a locker room full of wrestlers and they're going to have to pick, they're probably going to like Arn more, even if he's not in that company. Mm-hmm. Arn still probably had friends, and it's like, these guys are going to be like, really? Going to bring this guy in? He just stabbed Arn Anderson 20 times.
Right.
Pair of scissors. But the next thing up is the television championship, Johnny B. Bad versus Lord Steven Regal with, asinine Lord Steven Regal with Sir William. Regal's the world television champion. I don't have a lot of notes on the match because I just liked it, but one of the two notes I have is this is like of the television championships, this is my favorite one. Mm-hmm. Like the look of it. It's like this and the NWA red one. Like I liked those two. I thought that was one after this and the one like dug in through in the trash can and all that. I thought it kind of just looked basic and boring.
Yeah, it was generic.
And I know everybody says it's Arn Anderson, but to me, Steve Regal's my GOAT for the television champion.
It's funny because I literally have here on my notes, when I think of the TV title, I think of Arn Anderson and Steven Regal.
Yeah.
Those are the first two names that come to my mind.
And he's my favorite.
He did Arn was the quintessential television champion for the Jim Crockett Promotions version of the company.
Yeah.
Regal was the quintessential world television champion for this era of the company because he's one of those guys that made the title a part of him. Does that make sense? Like he made, like they did lots of innovative things with him with the title, like lots of different like not screwball things, but there'd be a draw here, or this time it's going to be an Iron Man match, or he's going to, he's got this thing going on with Larry Zbyszko at one point.
I know, like his character was the best one to use that, like it was the first 10 minutes and then they
Champion's Advantage. Yeah.
And like, he was great enough to like, I don't want to say like he like not beat somebody, but just survive and then just be like, ugh, and like walk out of there like he didn't win the match. It went to a draw, and he just but he'd still be like, I'm still the champ.
Like JBL when he was the world champion.
Yeah, like he'd get disqualified or something, and then be like, oh, I'm the greatest thing or what? Yeah, it's like and I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I thought he used that belt to his advantage and used it not like you said. He made it part of his character, and it just worked because it worked for, and he was also the best guy for the job because he was the fucking best guy on the fucking rock. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
He could do anything with that. Like, he could make Johnny B. Bad look really good on Clash of the Champions, and then go to fucking center stage and have a 10-minute match with fucking Bobby Walker.
Shockmaster.
You know? So, yeah. He's my GOAT for the television championship. And also it's also nostalgia and childhood and everything, you know.
Yeah.
And
well, it's just like
when I was little, like we still saw NWA on TBS or whatever, but this is 93, so I'm 10 years old, so I'm watching William Regal on WCW Saturday night, you know what I mean?
I was thinking about that, something like that the other day. Like and we talk about it all the time, but your prime memories, your memories of being a wrestling fan are from when you're like from the age of like 7 to the age of like 17.
Yeah.
You know? And as an example, in my mind, like one of the great intercontinental champions of all time is Ravishing Rick Rude, and he held the title for 3 months. He held the title from WrestleMania 5 to SummerSlam 89. That's it. Like, you know, in your brain, he was one of the champion. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense what I'm saying.
It does. I was just going to say, like, to me, like, it's not in my head, but there might be somebody that's 20 years older than me that's like, oh man, like Tito's the great, like, and I'm not knocking Tito Santana, and as a kid I didn't think about it, but going back and looking at it and watching old shit, I could see it. But in 1993, in my mind, Tito Santana wasn't the greatest intercontinental champion of all time or whatever. Right. You know, it was Macho Man or Mr. Perfect, or I wouldn't even say Macho Man. I'd say, like, in 1993, in my mind, I'd probably say, I don't know if it's Brett or if it's Kurt Hennig.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even think of Tito Santana being the Intercontinental Champion. If that makes sense. But yeah, yep. I mean that. So
it's all about that when you were a fan. I was talking to a kid. I say kid. He's 24 years old. But to me, he's a kid that I work with, and he likes pro wrestling. He's 24 years old. So, I mean,
you probably think Seth Rollins is the greatest of all time.
Well, and he grew up, to him, his Hulk Hogan was John Cena.
Yeah.
But we were talking, and he knows a lot. Actually, he knows more about the wrestlers nowadays than I do, because I don't keep up with it like I did anyway. He did not even fucking know when I mentioned him who Bad News Brown even was. He's like, who's Bad News Brown?
I've been like, get the fuck out of my face.
I said something about bad. I don't know what I said about, like, somebody of one of the modern wrestlers. I said, kind of puts me in mind of Bad News Brown. He was like, I don't know who Bad News Brown is. I was like, holy shit.
You're an asshole. And I shouldn't say that, because, like, I don't know, when I was
24, when I was a teenager wrestling fan or whatever, I didn't know who fucking Bulldog Bob Brower was.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. It's like, oh, I don't know who Chris Colt is.
Moose
or
Cholak. You know, I don't know who fucking Moose Cholak is.
I don't know any of that. So, I mean, I guess I get it, but I'd still want to smack him. But
he's a beer bellied sharecropper. I should have told him that. You ain't nothing but a beer bellied
you pot bellied sharecropper. You pot bellied sharecropper. He would even like, what? I don't even know what a sharecropper is. If he doesn't know who Bad News Brown is, he doesn't know what a sharecropper is. I don't even know if sharecropping is still a thing.
It might be illegal. I don't know. Oh, God.
Well,
I should have said it. I should have said it, though.
Yeah.
He pot-bellied sharecropper.
But anyway, one of my favorite things with him, well, I shouldn't say one of my favorite things, but, like, Arsenio was a wrestling fan, you know, and he put it over on his show. He's my favorite guest ever on Arsenio. Bad News. Because he got to have fun, you know?
Yeah, but still be bad news.
And still be bad news, and you could see, it's like, yeah, Bad News had a good sense of humor. Like, there was like 10 minutes where he actually got to show that he was a funny guy. You know?
Well, Regal retains the title in this match by rolling up Johnny B. Bad by using the tights. The next match on the show.
I was to say sorry. The only note I had was I thought it was good, and this should have been the opener. Like you should have opened with this match.
Yeah.
At least it was a finish, and like hide the fucking terrible double count out in the middle of the show. But go ahead.
The next match on the show is Steve Austin with his new manager, Colonel Robert Parker, against Brian Pillman. One of my notes here is this match is good, but I have always thought that it was stupid to break these guys up.
Oh, I agree.
I'm not saying eventually they don't go their own way, because eventually they, every tag team does. But at this time, the timing of this, it was so stupid to break them up at this point. Because I was thinking about, I was thinking about, imagine, I know some people are probably going to go, what? But you might actually get what I'm saying here. Imagine a program with the Hollywood Blondes against the Nasty Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that would have been fun as fuck.
Fat and disgusting lards.
Brian at this time, the Nasty Boys were willing to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they still could.
Mm-hmm.
And like Jerry never couldn't, but
that would have been great. They got to a point where they didn't want to, so they didn't, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But at this point, they still wanted to put their working shoes on, and do some plunder. And I think that could have been a fun fucking program, the Nasties and the Hollywood Blondes.
Yeah, but Steve and Brian, they got over when they shouldn't have, and it was just a pure political thing. And or maybe just ignorance, I don't know, but they should have been a bigger deal. Part of me is glad it didn't, because we would never got, maybe if they wouldn't, we wouldn't have got we wouldn't have got Stone Cold.
Right.
But excuse me. But the match itself, I like it. I like the fact that when Jesse's like, this one breaks my heart, Shivani. I hate this. And like he doesn't, what he does good in this as a commentator is he does like kind of say like, Steve was holding Brian up a little bit, like he's kind of doing that with it, but he's not completely shitting on Brian Pillman either. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because like, why would he completely flip the script right away on that?
Right.
Like it's kind of like how he did it with Macho Man. Like when Macho Man first became a babyface, he was still like, "Hey man, I've been selling the praises of this guy for the last 2 years, and you actually silenced me."
He actually never ever completely turns on Savage in that whole run. The whole babyface, never. He never completely, because I have all the actual superstars and everything, and I've watched them. And he essentially his and I know we're once again getting into the weeds, but his narrative is always he thinks Savage is being manipulated by Hogan, like I don't know. He never, like you were saying though, he's very realistic because he never actually turns on the guy. Like he doesn't ever, Savage, what a moron or whatever. There's none of that. There's none of that with Jesse.
Yeah. But if people don't know what the catalyst for the breakdown of the Hollywood Blondes was, that Steve Austin picked Colonel Parker or whatever to be his manager, and he wanted Brian Pillman to join, and Pillman basically didn't want to be associated with Colonel Parker, didn't think they needed a manager, and that caused the breakup. And eventually there's going to be like a chicken soup match, and Colonel Parker's going to have to dress up like a chicken.
But this match is good. They really are. I hate to say it, they are better partners than they are opponents. Like
they are.
Austin and Pillman never had a great match against each other. Not that I'm not saying it wasn't a bad match, but they never had a great match against each other.
I don't think so either. And the end is kind of like it's kind of like a clusterfuck at the end. And it's just everything, and like towards the end, it just all seemed like it was one step off. And Austin ends up stopping a springboard from Pillman into a 1-2-3, and Steve Austin wins. And afterwards, Pillman has some interaction with Colonel Parker, and like you said, I put at the end is like this breakup happened way too quick. Way too quick.
And then they show Mean Gene Okerlund in the Battle Bowl Control Center, or as I like to call it, WCW's shitty event center.
Yeah.
Never understood why they did this.
The chroma key thing. It's like, you have an actual studio. Just use it.
Yeah. It was, I don't know. It always came off so low rent to me. You know, I mean, the classic image, and that's the other thing. The classic image is Sean Mooney in front of the WWF Event Center.
Yeah,
you know, that's in my brain when I think of anything like this. It's Sean Mooney in the Event Center, and
you know, some guys working the cameras behind him.
And, yeah, you got the fucking the tapes rolling and rewinding, and yeah, classic. This silly.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But Gene, it's the Battle Bowl Control Center talking about I did think the cool thing, the transition of everybody's faces.
Yeah.
That was cool. And then oh God, I just popped myself because I read a question that I had for the next segment. But then they show us promos from Paul Orndorff and Sting discussing Battle Bowl. And like I said earlier, I like Battle Bowl as a concept. I like it as its own pay-per-view like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like, it's a fun thing to watch where not really anything's really going to happen as far as like storyline development. It's like Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Survivor Series back then was like that. Like, Survivor Series was not about, you're going to see a title change, you're going to see some kind of angle happen or something. It was about pretty much every fucking star that you see on TV every week.
And there's a couple feuds interacted in it, you know, but like, yeah, it's just, or like the Rumble. Like, it's funny because like there's like, what was it? Hogan won like 3 Rumbles in a row.
No, he won 2.
2.
Hold on, like hold on. Big John 89, Hogan 90, Hogan 91. Yeah, he won 2 in a row.
Yeah, in 90 he eliminated Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 91 he eliminated Tenta.
Yes.
Like, those were his like feuds in between WrestleManias. Like they just used the Royal Rumble to end Hulk Hogan.
To blow off that feud. Yeah.
Like, oh, Flair, Kurt Hennig destroyed my belt. Well, I eliminated him from the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Earthquake attacked me and took my friend. Well, he didn't take his friend before then, but you know what I mean. Like, Earthquake attacked me from the crowd and keep fucking everything up.
He attacked him on the Brother Love show.
Yeah, the Brother Love show, and then I eliminated him in the Royal Rumble, you know? And that's kind of how Survivor Series was. They kill off a couple feuds in it and then move on. And they did the same thing with Battle Bowl. Like, oh, we'll put this guy with this guy. Yeah, I'm getting too into the weeds on explaining a fucking dead concept from 30 years ago.
They should bring it back, though. But anyway.
Yeah.
The next.
I don't want them to bring it back because there'd be 2 Battle Bowls.
Yeah, you're right. There'd be a men's Battle Bowl and a women's battle bowl.
And it's gonna be a fucking 5-hour pay-per-view. Oh my god. So go ahead.
The next match on the show is Paul Orndorff against Dustin Rhodes for the United States title. Paul Orndorff has the Assassin with him. And Dustin Rhodes,
It's the best match on the show.
Oh yes, it is. It is absolutely. But what I laughed about a minute ago was my question going into this match. The Assassin, Jody Hamilton. Aaron?
Yes, he's fat.
No, I was gonna say big head or little mask.
I think.
I don't know. I popped myself when I wrote that down. I was like, "That's a funny question."
I think when he originally had it, it was normal head, normal mask. But Jody Hamilton liked food way too much. And so I think it's more fat head,
little mask,
normal mask. Like the mask didn't grow and the mask didn't shrink. The mask stayed the same.
The head got
bigger. Like he should have just got another mask.
But Aaron's right. This is the best match on the show by far.
I do like on commentary that Jesse's fat shaming both of them though. Like he's making fun of both of them being overweight. And how the assassin now wears tracksuits. Why? Why do... Like, I've never seen, like... How do I say it? In day-to-day life, I never seen, like, in-shape people wear tracksuits. But I've always just seen nobody that's running track wearing tracksuits.
It's because they're comfortable. And when you're big, you dress for comfort.
Well, I dress for comfort now, and I'm not like big, but I'm just saying, like, yeah, like I don't know. In day-to-day life, I don't see like you see like guys look like Tony Soprano wearing tracksuits, and guys look like Jody Hamilton wearing tracksuits. Like you're not running track. Why do they even make them big enough for you? And if it's gonna be that fact. And those are the people that are going to wear it. Let's call it something else.
Yeah.
Let's not call it a tracksuit anymore.
Let's call it a fat suit.
A fat suit. Rotund wear. But anyway. My question isn't funny, but I did have a question.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, do you think, whether it was here in WCW or even WWF, that Paul should have been a world champion at some point?
It would have been, to me, it would have been plausible for him to win the title from Hogan in their 86 feud and Hogan to win the title back from him at some point. Like maybe, let's say, timing wise, Hogan, they had the match at the big event, right? Mm-hmm. I think yes, at that point in his career, he was over enough as a heel. That was people forget a lot of times with like the big WrestleMania crowds and shit that Hogan and Andre did and Hogan and Savage did and stuff. The most Hogan ever drew on the circuit in that company around the horn or whatever you want to say, cumulative house show attendance or whatever was with Orndorff, right?
Yeah.
Orndorff was hot enough, and that feud was hot enough, and he was good enough, I think, to beat Hogan for that title at the big event. I know you're planning Hogan Andre for Mania, so it's eventually you have to, but you could have got, that was in August of 86. Hogan could have won the title back in like November or December and then head to WrestleMania against Andre. I know why they didn't, because they wanted to give you wanted to give it the mystique of Andre, who's never been beaten in 20 years, and Hogan, who's been the champion for however 4 years or whatever, 3 years. I get it. But yes, I do think if they would have wanted to pull the trigger, he could have been the champion in 86 in the WWF, and it would have been perfectly plausible and acceptable.
I agree. And then do you think, you might tell me I'm stupid, but I think might have prevented it in WCW?
What's that?
And I'm not saying this guy like politicked to do it or whatever. I'm just saying I think when they got him, they flipped the like goals or whatever. I think Rick Rude coming to WCW halted that for Paul Orndorff.
I can see that.
because they got a younger guy
Yeah.
who was a bigger star at that point.
At the time, yes.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, we got Rick Rude now, so we're gonna go with this guy.
Oh no, I can totally see what you're saying there, because, and Rude had been. I mean, he wasn't just fresh off of WWF, but he had been pretty recently on WWF television. So yeah, you're right. It kind of like if he wouldn't have come in, Orndorff could have filled that spot, no problem.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, that was kind of but yeah, I was like I said, I could totally see him as the WWF champion in the summer and fall of '86 for sure.
Yeah. And during this match, like I said, I don't have a lot of notes on it because it's just a really good match. Like I said, it's the best match on the show. And during it, Tony's talking about like Dusty's lineage with his son and all that, and like all that, and he says something about Dusty could cry, and just like Tony's like, I don't think he's gonna cry. He wouldn't cry. And he goes, well, if it's his son and they break his leg, he'd probably cry, that type of thing.
Yeah. And
then he's like, who else is probably crying? His old bad grandma who's watching at home. And Tony's like, what? Come on, man. Like
I was watching, it's just talking about funny shit Jesse would do sometimes. I was watching Superstar. I've been watching Superstars from '89.
Yeah.
And there's a squash match with the Bushwhackers. And it's before the Survivor Series. And so going into Survivor Series '89, the Bushwhackers are on Piper's team and the Rougeaus are on Rude's team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they come in the ring anyway. Vince is like, Survivor Series, Thanksgiving night tradition, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, the Bushwhackers are going to be on the opposing team of the Rougeau brothers. We might see the Bushwhackers out wrestle the Rougeau brothers at the Survivor Series, Jesse. And Jesse just goes, ha! It's so fucking like he just does this like honk laugh, like ha! Like what the fuck ever, McMahon. But yeah, we might see the Bushwhackers out wrestle the Rougeau brothers, Jesse. Anyway,
it's kind of like when there's that match on Worldwide where Scott Hudson calls, and it's when Worldwide was nothing,
right?
Like it was like that shitty stage, and and
it just existed because no one had canceled it yet.
Yeah. Worldwide is actually the last WCW show.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
But I think it's Scott Hudson calls Jim Duggan like at the beginning of his match with like, I don't even know who the fuck it was. Scott Hudson's like, here comes Jim Duggan, the thinking man's wrestler. And Bobby's like, ha. And the match is like 4 minutes, and Hudson's trying to commentate, and Bobby commentates no moves. He says nothing for 4 minutes. He's just like, Scott Hudson said Jim Duggan was a thinking man's wrestler. Did you know about this?
I think I did.
Oh, like he laughs for like 4 minutes. like it'll be quiet for a second, and you'll hear him be like, that's what that reminded me of. But yeah, I like see the Bushwhackers out wrestle him.
Yeah, it's like a honk. Like it's more a honk than a laugh. But it's like listening to those two do those Superstar shows together. It's just It's just them fucking like trying to one up each other for an hour, but
yeah.
All right, did we cover the finish of this match?
No. But it's Paul Orndorff tries to get it. It's actually like a clean finish. Orndorff tries to get a big splash or knee, I think, off the top rope. Dustin moves, then hits an inside cradle and gets the pin out of nowhere. And then post match, Dustin and the Assassin get into it. Dusty tries to remove the mask, but that's not going to happen. Like, you can't. It'd be like getting a balloon onto a watermelon and then trying to get it back off. Like, you're not going to get that back off without, or if you do, you're going to regret it because it's going to snap the shit out of your fingers. Like, if he would have taken that mask off, it would have been like, snap, and he'd be like, son of a bitch. Good Lord. But yeah, that's what it's like. It's like putting a balloon on a watermelon. I don't know if that's a good description.
Pretty close.
And then Dustin gets back involved, and Orndorff and the Assassin get the one up because they had taken out Dustin, and they try to pile drive Dusty, but Dustin comes back in and runs them off, and the ending of this whole thing is Dustin basically cradling Dusty in his arms, upset about his dad getting the shit kicked out of him.
Yes. But again, the match is good.
Yeah.
Everything that they do and even the post match, it all makes wrestling sense.
Yes.
And this is, I like the main event, but this was the best match on the show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Gene Okerlund back, plugging his hotline again, because like Aaron said, that's the entire reason he went to WCW is because they told him, hey, we'll give you the hotline. It's yours.
He was hotline bling before Drake. But this hotline is you call in, you vote for manager of the year, and I think it was Colonel Parker, Missy Hyatt, Sir William, or Teddy Long. Spoiler alert, Teddy Long wins, which shows that the hotline was rigged. I know we vote for Teddy Long.
Not at this point.
Yeah. It's like when Jericho talks about, what is it, 96? They're like, we got an idea, buddy. It's like, oh yeah, what's that? We're going to team you up and we're going to have Teddy Long be your manager. And he's like, oh no. Not that. Like, he manages Jim Powers and Ice Train. Like, no. Like, he's like, no, and he's like, no offense to Teddy Long, but when they put you with him, that man, they didn't think
that's a curse. It's a curse.
Yeah, I'm doomed to be Saturday night the rest of my life.
It's like getting oh fuck, never mind. I can't remember. Anyway,
okay,
I can't remember the joke I was gonna make. The next match of the show, the Nasty Boys, the WCW Tag Team Champions, against the British Bulldog and Sting. And there's a lot here that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. First, real quick, 93 to 96, Missy Hyatt is my favorite, but we can move on from there. And also, 93 to 95 is my favorite Nasty Boy run. Well, actually, 92, I should say, but.
Yeah, anyway. I agree. The Nasties, like, I like some of the WWF stuff, but mostly WCW. They're mostly better an act for WCW, and they did their best shit in WCW. And I agree with you. It was during this time frame from like 93 to probably the beginning of the Nitro era.
Yeah.
This whole thing, it's the Nasty Boys defending against the British Bulldog and Sting. Before the match begins, Rick Rude sneaks out onto the ramp and gives the Bulldog a rude awakening.
Yeah.
And then Road Warrior Hawk comes out, and I wrote down, like, my wrestling logic brain was making me think, because I couldn't remember. Oh, do they do something where Hawk becomes Sting's tag team partner?
No.
They don't. And I was like, why does none of this makes any sense?
Well, one thing I will say is that Mean Gene, before he talked about the manager of the year part of it, said that you could call the hotline and talk about and hear about exclusive backstage interaction between Rick Rude and Davey Boy Smith. Like, they did say that.
Mm-hmm.
And it all happened off. They should have did it on camera, is the thing. And I think they were trying to be insidery or whatever, not doing it. But basically, why Rude attacked him is Davey has apparently challenged Rick Rude into the locker room for a shot at his championship.
I guess I didn't catch it. Maybe
yeah, that's the story. The storyline. Oh, yeah, sorry, it's fine. But the storyline is that Davey Boy backstage or in the locker room was like, "I want you, Rude," and Rude looks at Bulldog as being like this big challenge to his belt, so he attacked him, and like they did an angle without doing an angle.
Well, and maybe another thing that might actually, maybe I would say that it makes sense now if things wouldn't have happened the way they happened, because he gets shit canned. Davey does, like, at the end of November. Like, he's gone after Battle Bowl. So maybe there was a plan for him to do a program with Rude.
Oh, I'm sure there was.
Obviously.
But I'm just saying they did this angle and they didn't really I don't know. They did an angle on commentary and basically Rude or not Rude, but Ventura and Shivani are talking because Rude's like, I bet he must have been really disrespectful about it. And Shivani's like, oh no, he wouldn't. He's like, Rick Rude wouldn't have done that if he would have just simply said, I want a shot at your belt. Like, it's like, why didn't they show something?
Mm-hmm.
Or even during the lull of this match when like Davey's down, be like, even if like they want to be like, oh, because like, you know, I could get where it's like, oh well, we wouldn't have known something, but it's like, oh, let's show a corner video of
right.
Oh, this was caught off like
we had a camera backstage that caught this incident or something.
Yeah, like even have the camera like sitting down, like the cameraman didn't even know to do it. You know what I mean?
I guess the thing that was the most it wasn't even necessarily a Bulldog Rude thing that was the most, like, they should, the thing that was the confusing part about it didn't need to be there was Hawk coming out.
Yeah.
That didn't need to be there, because if he's not going to be Sting's partner to substitute for Davey, fucking leave him out of it. He doesn't need to be involved. I don't know. Anyway, I know I'm fucking nitpicking shit, but
yeah.
Essentially the match is Sting wrestling the Nasty Boys as Davey makes the slowest recovery.
Yeah. It wasn't even that bad, man.
I know. It's just I know it's a rude awakening and it could put you out for a 3 count, but Christ, it ain't going to put you out for 15 minutes.
Yeah. Fucking pussy. Get up.
Maybe you're
not
a contender.
If I would have been Sting, I'd be like, God damn it, man. Get up. I felt bad for you for the first 4 minutes, but Jesus Christ.
Right. Yeah. You know how many rude awakenings I've taken? And it takes me about 5 minutes to.
Yeah. I got 1-on-1 battle bull, you fucking
fucking pussy.
Anyway.
And then to add in,
I'm going to beat you up.
To add insult to injury for poor Sting, his partner finally gets up to his feet, gets the hot tag, and then gets pinned. Sting's like, God damn it.
God damn it. I suck at picking friends.
Sting's name should be Bad Luck Sting, because he picks the worst friends.
Yeah.
He makes the worst fucking decisions. His whole career is just error after error after error. Poor Sting.
And then they're like, all right, now you can go in the Hall of Fame, buddy. Like Sting's like, I don't even know how I got here. I have no friends.
Even the biggest victory I ever had in my entire career totally got fucked over the night after.
You got fucked over the night of.
The night of. I waited a year for that shit.
Yeah. I had to cheat. Like, I thought I was going to go in being the biggest baby face in the world, but I was actually a fucking heel.
Oh, man. Well, there's that. So the next thing we see before we go into our main event, like Aaron said, hey, apparently we have cameras backstage. Maybe we could have caught some of that Rick Rude British Bulldog friction, because here's video footage of Robert Parker talking to Ric Flair behind the scenes before he goes out for his match.
Yeah, because he wants Steve Austin to get a crack at Ric Flair, basically saying that he's gonna. Yeah, Steve Austin wants Ric Flair, and Colonel Parker wants to make that happen. Oh, excuse me. And then we get Ric Flair coming out and Vader coming out with Harley Race. And I don't know why it was so funny to me, but they said, we'll be back from, like, they're going to go to commercial and then we'll be back, for this WCW championship match. And I don't know why it was so funny to me, but they just came back to Ric Flair kicking the shit out of Harley Race. You know what I mean? Like, usually, like, you'd come back and there'd be like interaction and then the shit would happen. But this was just like, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And Flair's just smacking around Harley. And I was like, yeah, that was kind of cool. Like, you didn't see anything that led to it.
Right.
Yeah.
They got that old stanky heat.
Yeah. And,
I actually wrote down a question though.
Okay.
If you're ranking Ric Flair's opponents that you like to watch him wrestle, where do you rank Vader? Because he's in my top 3. Honest to God.
He's up there. It's weird with me though, because like, he's my favorite to watch babyface Ric Flair work.
Well, and that's another thing. I guess I'll add a caveat to that. I've never been a big fan of babyface Ric Flair, but when it's babyface Ric Flair against Vader, I'm all about it.
Me too. There's like a few people that could make him a babyface for me that I would get behind, and Vader's like the top one.
Mm-hmm.
And then Harley.
Right.
But other than that, it's like, eh. And I'm not saying Ric Flair babyface sucks. He's fucking Ric Flair. You know what I mean? Like, no way, shape, or form of myself.
Well, and then there's also like, again, weeds, but there's also like Ric Flair babyface against like Hollywood NWO Hogan sucks because Bischoff and Hogan were just shitting on Flair.
Yeah.
And making him a little bitch, like maybe I could have been into that if you guys would have booked it properly.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Instead he's getting his head spray painted and he's crying.
Yeah.
So that's the variance of me, is like, babyface wise, I would say babyface Ric Flair, Vader's like number 1 for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably like 4 or 5, just Flair in general,
Right.
The other note I have, and I don't know, I was like, Flair's pickled himself. Like, he's outlived everyone. Like, you would have thought like him and Jake would have been the first ones to go.
Right. And they're still alive.
They're still fucking around. It's like Mick Jagger and fucking Jerry Lee Lewis. I think Jerry Lee Lewis finally died, but it's like, why is this guy like? How did he outlive everybody else? You know.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have very many notes on this match either, but Jesse said something else that fucking made me laugh. He was like, Fifi might look good, Shivani, but she's basically worthless. Like, he's like, hey, what the fuck is she? She serves no purpose. Like, I never even had heard him call Elizabeth worthless.
Nah.
He was like, she's basically worthless. Like, all right.
Jesus Christ, man.
Called Dusty's mom an old bag and called Fifi worthless.
I was gonna say Jesse's feeling awful salty tonight.
Yeah.
Must have had a fight with the wife before he came to work.
He's a fucking funny dude, man. He's insane now. He's lost his mind now, but back in the day, he was fucking funny.
But let me see here.
And he never delivered the punchline for a like, I don't want to say it. I know it doesn't make, I don't know if that was what I was going to say makes sense. Like, he never really delivered the punchline for like a laugh or a setup. You know, like Bobby would set people up for, like, he was just like, you know who else was watching at home? Dusty Rhodes' mom, that old bag. Like, I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but like the delivery of it.
Yeah, no, he's just mean.
Yeah, old bag watching it. You mean to tell me Sapphire or Dusty Rhodes only weighs 205 pounds? Come on, they pay their.
Well, he calls Sapphire a moose on Superstars. There's the Superstars in '89 when Dusty, like, they're first introducing Sapphire. You know, like, she's still just the lady in the crowd.
Yeah.
And there's some catalyst where he wins a match or whatever, and he asks her to come dance in the ring with him, and the ring attendant opens up the guardrail, and she gets in the ring. And Jesse Ventura says, "Why are they letting this moose in the ring, man?" I'm just like, God damn, this fucking guy. Call that bitch a moose.
I don't know if it's his accent, you know?
Yeah.
Like the... You know what I mean? Like, when we're talking about, like, guys with that accent, be like, look at this fat cow, you know, or whatever. But, like, or like Bobby's humor, and I'm not saying either one was better, but, like, Bobby's character was trying to get under your skin on purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Jesse, like, sometimes you could tell Bobby's character was saying something he didn't even really believe, but he just wanted to fuck with you.
Yeah, he just wanted Gorilla to be like, "Will you stop?"
Yeah, he just wanted to fuck with you really bad. Like, but Jesse's character was just like, look at this fat hog.
Look at this moose.
Look at this moose. His old bag grandma watching at home.
You mean to tell me Dusty Rhodes only weighs 210 pounds?
Yeah. You know what I like about these two? They pay their taxes. Oh shit! I hit the wrong button, and like I hit something, and like the whole screen went black. I was like, "Oh no, we're almost done."
We're almost done. Yeah. But Flair and Vader here is a good match. Of course, it's not going to be. There's no way it's bad.
Yeah. I guess I don't have a whole ton. I've never, and like I said, I haven't seen everything that Vader ever did in like Europe or Japan. You know, I've seen some of it, but I haven't seen all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never, that I remember, seeing him do a superplex like that, like he did in this match. I don't remember him ever doing that.
Yeah, I don't think, now that you mention it, I mean, honestly, he probably did do it in Japan.
Yeah.
But not that I've seen with my eyes. So,
yeah. Like I said, I don't remember. And I didn't remember a lot about this show, honestly. Because this is like, honestly, even more so than like 95. This is like, I don't want to say like my least favorite part of WCW, but this is the part where it's just like it's pretty boring and kind of stale.
yeah.
Like I said, they don't have anything going on, and some guys are leaving, some guys are coming in, and it's just But anyway, like they didn't do anything real memorable at this point.
Mm-mm.
Like the matches and stuff are fine, but it's just kind of bland. It's fucking
paint by numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pasta with ragu. Like, is what it is.
So you didn't even fry up any hamburger and put it in
Yeah,
there?
it's like I can eat this. I'm not gonna enjoy it.
It's like fucking nursing home food.
Yeah.
All right. The finish of this match comes at one point. Yeah, it is. At one point, Vader had struck the referee or pushed him down or whatever. But the referee, it's one of those classic things where the referee doesn't call for the disqualification immediately for some reason. Vader misses a moonsault. Flair rolls him up for the pin. No, go ahead.
Go ahead. The reason he didn't call for the disqualification immediately was because he got bumped, so he was knocked out.
Right.
But what is so stupid is how they made people and the Flair's character think that Randy Anderson was counting. Did you see it? Did you notice it?
I don't think so.
Anderson gets bumped. Okay, he's out.
Yeah.
Flair ends up covering.
Yeah, Vader misses a moonsault. Flair gets the cover.
Flair goes to cover him. And Randy Anderson is crawling. So when he's crawling, he's like, boom, boom, boom. Like he's slapping the mat to like pull himself. And he has to do that 3 times. And Flair thinks he got the pinfall. But what Randy Anderson was doing was crawling over to them to say, no, it's a disqualification.
I guess that makes it better than what I thought because I didn't catch that. I just caught a 3 count. And then I was like, why would the ref count for 3 if he was going to disqualify? Because they have done that before.
Yeah. But it was
at least the way you describe it makes more sense in the because this is a classic Dusty finish, ladies and gentlemen.
It's still stupid.
It is stupid.
Nobody crawls that heavy. But that's what it was.
But the referee disqualifies Vader, so he gets to retain the championship. Steve Austin comes out on the attack. Dustin Rhodes and the Shockmaster come out to help Flair for some reason.
It's funny because like I didn't want to like waste another page on like one line of something, so I had to like scribble it shorter at the end. And I was like, why did I write that Dustin and Shrek make the save? I'm like, no, it's Shock. Like I didn't write all of Shockmaster. I just wrote Shock.
We're here to save you, Ric Flair.
Yeah, it's like, who am I calling Shrek?
Afterwards, Mean Gene's in the ring. He does an interview with Ric Flair. Ric Flair challenges Vader and Austin to face him and Sid on Saturday.
I'm sure
so that match might have already, maybe it was already in the can. I don't know.
Possibly.
Because I don't know why they would have said it on live TV if they didn't have something. You know what I mean? If they couldn't at least deliver somehow. So maybe it was already in the can.
Possibly.
I'd have to go back and look and see if it actually aired, but
I didn't think about that because in my mind, I'm like, I don't think Ric Flair would even want a team was staying at this point. You know, I would have been like, fuck you, I ain't teaming with that motherfucker. Just tried to kill my best friend. But anyway, I'm good.
I was just gonna say, and they just got off a tour of Europe and shit, so they probably had a lot of TV tape.
Yeah.
So the match might actually exist. I might have to go. I might go back and look here and see if it's actually. And I'll report back next week, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
But again, like I always say at the end of these Clash of the Champions, we give the grade. We move down. Did we stay static or did we go up from the last show? And even though this show had a couple of good matches on it, I'd say this one was actually a step back from the last Clash.
I think so. I didn't really like this show very much, to be honest with you. That's why I was trying to involve other funny shit I was thinking about or whatever. I thought this show was I thought it was kind of a dud. I thought there were some shitty finishes. Like, I didn't like the finish of this Flair Vader thing. Ruined that match for me.
Mm-hmm.
The Hawk, I thought the show started out with a fucking dud and ended with a dud.
I agree. And next week we'll be moving into 1994.
Yes.
The next Clash of the Champions. If I remember correctly, I don't have my shit in front of me, my notes. But I know for sure that the next pay-per-view or the next Clash is the WCW debut of Bobby the Brain Heenan.
It is.
Gorilla Monsoon has sent him packing with his toilet paper on Monday Night Raw. I love that he's got fucking toilet paper in his bag.
You going to LaGuardia? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Bobby's here. And 94 is one of my favorite WCW years, so I'm looking forward to this.
We are going to get there next time around here on the We Can't Wrestle podcast. As always, you can join us on the WNR Podcast Network on Facebook. If you ask to join the group, you will be allowed to join the group, or you can follow just the Facebook page as well. Follow us on YouTube. You can listen to the shows on YouTube if that's the way you prefer to listen to your podcast at the WNR Podcast Network on the YouTube. And I don't have anything else, Aaron, do you?
I do not, sir.
All right, we'll see you next time around, ladies and gentlemen, as we head to, yes, it is Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for Clash of the Champions 26. 1994 begins, and we'll see you next time around.